Hello and welcome to Modern Toy Fair. Today we are going to predict the top 10 figures of 2023. I am your host, Mr. Modern Toy Fair, and I am joined by the founder of the NEC Illuminati, the delayer of shipments, the procrastinator of pre-orders, my YouTube wife, Mrs. Modern Toy Fair, Jarmar_Games. But that's not all. We are also joined by the man Modern Toy Fair has full custody over, the man Optimus Prime popped and he refuses to stop, the Twilight Knight, the master of mech, the three-pump chump of taking the show off the rails, Nate. How you guys doing?
I'm good. Jamar,
Thanks.
are you good?
I'm good, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if we really care about Michael because we got a jam-packed episode. So,
Wow.
Well,
Just-
you
we're
started to
always good.
sniffle, so I do now.
I did?
You were like,
Oh, must be all the. Never mind. Anyway,
must be
so
all the narcotics.
to give credit where credit is due, we did have someone actually suggest this week's topic. This was on our top 10 figures of 2022 list. Let me find it. I had it up, and of course it went away. And there he is. No, that is not. That's something else. Well, I apologize. For whatever reason, I had it up, and of course it's buried now, and my phone decided it didn't like us anymore. Pointing this
We'll
conversation
just
product.
edit it in here at the bottom.
Yeah,
The name
go.
of
Hey, thank you very much.
it.
There, I just.
I'm so mad because I was
Maybe
all prepared.
screenshot it. You know,
I did
next time.
The worst part is I did screenshot it, but it took so long. Oh, here we go. It is,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I'm so mad I didn't remember this because he actually shows up to the live streams. Dennis Dow suggested this, and that is to do our top 10 figures
thank
of
you, Dennis.
2023. I'll probably edit down that terrible attempt at trying to find it.
Probably a good idea.
But anyway, so we're gonna essentially each, like we did for our top 10 for 2022, we're gonna go around the table. We're probably going to keep things a little more light conversation-wise because obviously these figures haven't come out, so we don't really have a whole lot to say. But we're going to each go from 10 to 1 and predict what we think our top 10 list will look like for the end of the year. So I'm going to start off here, and we are going with number 10, which for me is going to be the SH Figuarts Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. This one actually just got announced like a few days ago, and I believe Sentinel will make one, so it goes with my Miles and my Peter B. Parker. I just don't know if it's coming out this year. But regardless, this one looks incredible. Same with Gwen. Like, they showed her off too, and they both look fantastic. I do like the suit on this looks a lot better in figure form than it did in the trailer, in my opinion, because I don't know, it just looked like a weird like jogging suit because they like got rid of most of the emblem here except for like the spider and just have like red lines going on the side, but this kind of accentuates like more design work, and I kind of like it.
Interesting. Foreshadowing to, maybe later lists.
I
you.
have really no comment other than I will probably be waiting for the Marvel Legends version because that shit's too expensive. So
that's
is
very
very
fair.
when you buy as much as I do, you go for quantity over quality. So stick with Hasbro, folks.
For now.
I said you're gonna make a lot of enemies with that statement.
Never mind.
I mean, listen, look, I buy enough of their crap. Stay tuned.
You're
Or
keeping
go
me
back
busy.
a couple of days.
All right, so I'm up next then.
Yep.
All right, so we'll keep it with SH Figuarts, and my number 10 is gonna be the Super Saiyan Trunks. Obviously,
Nice.
yeah, this is for me an exciting figure, and I assume I'm gonna love it. And this is probably like one of the first pre-orders of a Dragon Ball figure I'm doing, so this is exciting. But I just love the character from the show, so this probably be my most exciting one.
Yeah,
I'll throw it in there.
I'm
I
excited
figure it
for
might
you.
show up on the list for some other people.
I'm just glad you put them on your list, so I didn't have to put them on mine.
What? Shocker! Already getting some shocking.
Well, because it's really, really cool, but I have a different one coming up.
That's
So,
fair. That's fair.
I think it means it's Nate's turn.
Oh, it's my turn. My number 10 is Busty Brenda from the NECA TMNT line. I don't actually think that's her real name.
It's not. I had to look it up because I couldn't find her.
I just saw it. It was
It's
Jersey Red.
Yeah, Jersey Red.
Jersey Red.
And even then,
this is my one joke entry on the list. I honestly can't believe they're making this, and I may buy it just because of this fact. But I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's like a middle-aged woman with big boobs and like big hair, and like this is not going to sell anywhere. Like I sent you guys a picture of the other like shelf warmer of the year, peg warmer of all time.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to be the Target collectors section peg warmer of the year. So Busty Brenda, you heard it here first. It deserves a special place on my list because she has a special place in my heart.
I'm gonna go ahead, Michael.
I just want to point out how hard it was to find a picture of this because I first had to go look up the checklist so I could find out her real name. Because I'm like, I know it's not Busty Brenda. There's no way.
I was gonna say, did you actually like Google Busty Brenda first?
I did first, and I'm like,
did anything come up?
No, I put NECA TMNT Busty Brenda because I didn't want anything that I didn't want to see come up.
I'm surprised it didn't come up.
No, yeah. So then
It was pretty smart.
I pulled up the checklist and I was like, okay. And then I tried to search NECA Jersey Red. Nothing. So I'm like, all right, let me go NECA SDCC and look through the cabinet and find it that way. Yeah. So it was a fun little experiment.
I just wanted to point out that I can't remember what it was before that we purchased as kind of like we had to buy it because it was a part of the show, like a running joke.
Was it Pimp Daddy Destro?
I think it was Pimp Daddy Destro. Well, that's throwback. I thought it was something.
Or did you buy Mirage?
Well, I do own Mirage, but that was because I bought.
Well, I just remember
line.
that was a big deal too when it was like, oh, what did they do to my boy?
Maybe it was Pimp Daddy Destro, but I did like hold off buying it just because I think that might have been what it was. But I held off buying it, and I was like, no, I know it's a bit, but this probably will be one of the figures that I'm gonna buy just because. So it makes more sense for me this time.
Funny thing is that bit is now a part of every review every week. When I do the size comparisons in the reviews, him and John Favreau are my two Hasbro representations.
See, we would know this if we watched.
Exactly, but Nate's not a fan, and Jarmar just hates me.
I didn't know you reviewed
all of this.
Yeah, I'm sure that you didn't know I reviewed anything. Moving on to number 9, sticking with SH Figuarts, mine is a different Dragon Ball character. And there's your lovely old man reference for the episode. This one is the SS4 Vegeta, which ironically is already on its way. And I put this here because I know in 9-10 months I'm going to forget to put it on my next list. Just like I did this past year with Goku. So
this whole show is a huge help to future us's.
Hopefully, if we come back and watch it. That's gonna be the key.
It would require you watching this episode,
which I might, just because I'll probably be like, I need help because I can't remember what I bought this year. You guys probably won't, and then Nate's will be nothing but Marvel Legends again. And then he'll be at number 3, and he'll be like, I hate my life. What have I done?
Yeah. I think I might be the only one that has to do an annual toy therapy.
Yeah, and yours is just to try to get through the coping of it all.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, we got to move on. We're not doing very well here.
It's me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't see the eyebrows. Inside joke. No one did. So there's going to be a couple on this list, so I'll just go with the first one now. I have a pre-order, and actually probably is about to charge me here soon, but I'm getting Aang from the Legend of Avatar. Or the last Avatar.
Ooh.
Legend of Avatar. Well, the reason you'll
who's
get
making this?
You'll get this later. It's from Nendoroids, of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this is going to be the year of the Nendoroids for me, for sure. I'm scared. So.
Also, you said of course, but like Aang has been made in by 2 other companies at this point. Because I'm pretty sure McFarlane and Diamond Direct both make them.
When I say things, I just assume that the people watching watch every episode, because why wouldn't you?
Oh,
And
that's
I've
fair.
mentioned before that, you know, it's going to be the year of the Nendoroids for me. And that was one that is pretty high up on my list. I'm excited for the re-release. Just didn't think it was coming this soon. So, yeah, that's my number 9.
All right. My number 9 is Booby Bobby from the NECA. No.
I was like, is this
It's going to be shockingly, because I tried to, like how I did my list, I tried to grab something from some of the lines that I collect. But this one is actually not a line that I collect very, very much. But Kingdom Come Batman, that has been announced by McFarlane for the multiverse line. I have the original DC Direct Kingdom Come Batman, not unfortunately, but he's still boxed because he's signed by Alex Ross. So I don't have an opened version of that. And this one looks really good. I kind of like the idea of, because McFarlane makes a lot of Batmans. I like the idea of getting the Batmans from my favorite stories. So I got the Dark Knight Returns. I absolutely love Kingdom Come. It's probably my favorite of all DC storylines ever. And I'll probably be picking up that newer Hush one because that's a cool storyline too. So that's kind of a fun little thing, especially with McFarlane. They're not that hard to get, so that'll be fun to collect. Unless they come out with some crazy gold label one where it's like a Bruce Wayne head or something like that. But hopefully I'll find that too. But Kingdom Come Batman, because I love that version of the character.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw them put the pre-orders up for that today, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. But I refuse to jump back into McFarlane. I have no reason to buy them. Like, and
no, because you're more of an import guy when it comes to your DC. So
yeah. Let's face it, with the way Mafex works, they'll be like, we're going to do the entire lineup from that too.
Yep.
While we're still balls deep in Hush and Nightfall and everything else.
Yes.
All right, so that puts us at what, number 8 now?
Number 8.
Number 8.
This one, assuming it comes out this year, I'm going to be honest, is the Mezco Turtles.
Oh,
wow.
I'm not gonna lie. I predict that I will get them, and I have a feeling I'll get them in hand, and I will get that just rush of like, these are fucking incredible. I probably will have to customize them, add wraps and stuff, of course, to make them a little more the way I want them. But I see that set, and yeah, it's expensive, but you're getting 4 high-end figures, so it kind of makes sense. And the amount of accessories and heads and shit you get, they just... I don't want to be excited because I hate Mezco so much, but god damn it, I can't help it.
Yep.
I mean, my thing is... Oh, go ahead. Go.
No, go ahead.
No.
All I was going to say is I'm going to be mad if both of you don't get them.
After all this, I cancel mine and Jarmar just never pre-ordered it.
Yeah, if you guys both don't get them, I'm going to be super pissed because I'm not getting them, but like I can't. Like I don't need another
It's very
turtle.
understandable.
But Jamar, you have to.
Oh yeah, it's pretty
to.
much
as much as you're like, I need them new and different. This is as new and different as you're gonna get.
Yeah, you like new and shiny the way I do. Just mostly the turtles, and I get that, and I applaud you for it. But if you don't get them, I'm gonna be mad.
Well, I'm gonna clip this out. Well, I'll have Michael clip it out because you
don't do it.
Yeah,
we're not gonna play.
You don't need to waste your editing skills.
Yeah, but I'll just send this clip to Kristen, so she'll be understanding.
So she's understanding when $400 comes out of the account.
I'm like, I had to. I absolutely had to. And I mean, good on you for adding this on the list. It would be on my list. I do not believe it's coming out this year. So we'll see.
My only reason thinking it is Mezco has been better about getting things out that they announced 6 months ago than they have been about things that have been on the shelf for 2 years.
Okay.
So
we'll see. We'll mark this down.
I don't agree with that statement, but that's fine.
I'm just looking at the 9 figures they dropped between August and December. They were all ones that were like less than a year old.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
Jamar,
I wouldn't bet the house
what's your
on
number
it,
8?
So my number 8 actually has already made an appearance on this list, so we're duplicating already. And it's the Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Damn it. I'm not going to be able to ever do that. And I literally wrote Into the Spider-Verse. Never.
I know, but I knew what you meant.
But mine is for a little bit different reason. Sentinel, obviously, if they announce it before we get really deep into this, then I may switch. But kind of like the idea of having one from a different, manufacturer company line. Yeah. So I like the idea, especially since it's the sequel. He's different look and vibe. But absolutely love the design. Can't wait. So
that's what I love about your collection is you could do that. You could get a whole nother
so
line.
sporadic.
Well, not because it's more sporadic, but you're more character based than you
Yeah,
are
I
line
see what you mean.
based,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I like that. So I think that's cool.
I could never do
So I
It
compliment
helps
you.
because, you know, when you have to buy 4 turtles of everything that comes out,
That's
it kinda
right.
sucks. It kinda sucks.
Right. Michael, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Oh, yeah.
I know, because that was my number 10.
Number 10.
That's right.
Shame
that's
on
right.
you for not
Uh,
doing
so,
I'm joking.
My number 8 is Rack 'em Up Rachel from NECA. No, we have.
I'm never not
Man-
gonna fall for that.
Because it
I
probably
thought
is
it
a
was
character.
I thought it was like a G.I. Joe or something.
I gotta have a Masters of the Universe on here, and there hasn't been a ton announced for next year, but one of the ones that I am most excited about, I think one of the sexiest looking ones, is actually the deluxe Man-at-Arms from Revelations. So if you watch Revelations, the figure that they released was kind of the early version. This is the late version, and it comes with all the different looks that he has throughout the future part of the story. So he's got like the huge cloak that goes over him. He's got, different head attachments with helmet, without, different weapon attachments and stuff like that. Looks really awesome. The only thing I don't like about it is it is rumored to be a Target exclusive. However, most of that Masters of the Universe Master stuff is currently available at Target right now that was once exclusive, and it's $8.98.
I was say, and it's clean clearanced out.
Yeah, so, I probably am not too worried about it. So.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed that they'd still do that as a Target exclusive. Like, Target would want it as exclusive, how, like, that line does not sell well there.
I know.
Contractual. Like,
Well,
they've already had deals.
That's probably true, but like a lot of Masters of the Universe fans don't want to hear this. Every Masters of the Universe line seems to have this certain very finite shelf life, and as much as we bitch and moan, it's not as popular as we think it is. And I don't know. I'm grabbing everything I can right now because even at full price, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it in the future and how long I'm going to be able to get it. So
that's very fair.
Yeah,
but this one looks great. So hopefully when the next season comes out, they'll still keep doing it, but who knows?
That's okay. I think Pixel Dan will keep it all alive.
Maybe.
Moving on to number 7. For me, this one is only this high on this low on the list, I guess technically, because it's Hasbro, and that is Indiana Jones from the new line that's coming out this year. Indiana Jones is my favorite movie franchise, and to finally be able to get figures that are 6-inch scale, I can't wait. I know Mafex did one years ago, but it kind of janky looking because it was back before they'd really figured out the proportions.
Plus, it's super expensive now.
That too. So like I didn't really want to get that one, and no one's really been like, hey, we're doing one. Maybe they will once the movie comes out or something like that. But yeah, so I'm all in on this line. I don't know how many of the side characters I'll get, but I'll probably get a few of them. But I'll buy every iteration of Indy they give me. Like fucking Professor, the Club Obi-Wan, the normal, the Temple of Doom. Hell, I'll buy a stupid ass Crystal Skulls one if you give it to me.
Me too.
What I'll say is I'm more excited, not for your review, sorry, but for like the photos that you'd post and like afterwards would be kind of cool to see. It's a joke, but seriously, that'd be fun to see some cool shit from.
I assume that's the only way anyone watches my reviews is to see the photos at the end.
As long as they watch through, it's all good.
Exactly.
But yeah. I'm kind of excited for you. And maybe when the new one comes out, I'll watch all of the old ones because I've only watched the first. So
you've never seen the Temple of Doom
or the Last Crusade?
Is that the second one?
That's the second one.
Temple of Doom.
It's my favorite.
Oh, okay.
Favorite.
Yeah, I tried to do a rewatch and then
it's very dark and very mean spirited, and both George Lucas and Steven Spielberg have distanced themselves from it. And it's the one I watched the most as a kid because that was like one of the few VHSs we owned, and I watched it constantly, and I love it. I will defend it to my dying day. It's not a better movie than Raiders, but I would dare say it's more fun. Slightly racist, I get it.
What's not racist is the third one
Number
where
7?
You find out that India and his dad are Eskimo bros.
Yes.
Okay, not
sort
racist, but very weird.
Sometime we'll have to get into it. I have huge issues with Last Crusade, which is
Ooh,
sacrilegious. I know
yeah, I'm
this.
curious.
I'm smelling a Patreon exclusive episode.
You
Where
could
we watch...
be, could
All
be.
right, so
That's cute. You think I
yeah.
get you guys to record more than once a week?
That's very true. It's very hard. Very, very hard. Okay, so number 7. Is that where we're on, or are we on number 8? Number
We're on
7.
number 7.
Okay, so number 7 on my list. They updated NECA updated their checklist. Surprise, surprise! There's going to be a few more NECA stuff on here. But NECA updated their checklist. Little thing popped up. Thought it was so adorable. Thought it was so cute. And then I looked at the picture fully and saw more of it. And it's the Space Avengers like Donatello. This is cool for a couple reasons. Because one, it's not the remake. That's what I initially thought it was of like the space. I don't think it was Donnie. I think it was Raph and the Avengers line for Playmates. So it's like a weird little twist on that. And of course it's Donatello. So I'm kind of in. But the shading work on it, like the deco, if you will, I guess, looks fucking amazing. And it's kind of cool. And I don't know where they're coming from with this.
This, from my understanding from the interview they did with Trevor on Fwoosh.
Yeah, I don't watch their.
This is them going out on their own. Like they've gotten permission to take the toon line and just make shit up.
Oh, okay. So I'm into this then. I'm really into this.
At least that was my understanding, by the way, the conversation was. It was them getting to just kind of make some concept type ideas of things that they think would happen if the cartoon would continue on further.
Yeah. It just looks sexy as hell, the shading on like the spacesuit. So excited.
All right. My number 7 is actually one that hasn't been announced yet. And this could absolutely backfire in my face, but it is the Marvel Legends Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania MCU MODOK Build-A-Figure, or MODOK, sorry. MODOK. My only
deluxe
issue
figure.
Is it could be a deluxe figure. This could end up blowing up in my face, though, because I think MODOK is going to have 2 looks in the movie, which one is going to have like a more robotic face, and then it's going to open up, I think, at one point, be more of the humanoid face. And I bet they're only working from potentially from pre-production, so it might only be that robot face. And then in that case, I might actually hate the figure, but I'm going to be optimistic, and I'm going to put it on the list. Number 6, Michael.
Yes, number 6. This is where my list takes a turn. There's only 2 companies that I'm buying from, apparently. This one is Mafex Comic Book Thor.
Nice.
Super excited that they're expanding past Spider-Man and X-Men. Because don't get me wrong, my 2 favorite Marvel properties, but to get some Avengers mixed in there is really exciting, especially because they're doing comic book versions instead of just the MCU stuff. And this Thor looks fantastic. Like he even comes with the spinning hammer effect and the posable cape. So him, and then they've shown off the prototype, like the grayed out prototype of Captain America. We've already got Iron Man. So I'm pretty excited for the Avengers to start rolling out.
Sounds cool. Why do you hate the MCU, Michael? I'm joking. No, don't answer that. So for my number 6 is the Mirage 4-pack. I'm extremely excited for them. Cautiously optimistic for these. I still have the original 4. I'm obviously it's different artist rendition and shit like that, so that's exciting. That's cool. I'm still a little bit worried about how big they kind of look and seeing how they will look on the shelf and stuff, but I'm excited for them, so we'll see. But I'm going to assume that they're going to be pretty high, but not quite top 5.
All right. My number 6 is Porunga from the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z line. That is the Namek dragon. So I've seen pictures of people holding him. He's gigantic. He comes with Dende. He comes with lights and sounds, and actually the full set of Dragon Balls, which is weird.
That I'm super excited about because it looks also they changed
Shenron
the look of him. Well, he came with that weird effect, like the little exploding effect.
And the rest of them you had to get from the Dragon Ball figures, whereas all the Namek figures, for the most part, well, not all of them, but a lot of them have been premium Bandai exclusives, and not that easy to get. So I do understand why they do that as well.
I think the only one that wasn't was First Form Frieza.
I think so. Maybe Bulma. No, Bulma was premium.
Yeah, she was premium Bandai too.
Yep.
I'm excited for that. I really wish they would just make us Dende separate release, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You'll just have to find someone will be selling Dende. Someone out there just
for like
wants the dragon.
150.
Yeah, it's gonna be like half.
Okay, well, then buy it and sell Paranga for 200.
Where is that? Still $100.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 5. Ironically, I'm just gonna be copying Jamar's homework because mine's the Mirage Turtle 4-pack.
Notice the silence. Now I get it.
Yeah, I'm excited for these, especially because they look more like the way that Eastman draws them now.
Yeah,
whenever he does like a sketch for somebody or anything, like that's what you see. So I'm super excited. I am also curious about their size because on the shelf when they like display them for the Comic-Con, they aren't necessarily next to things that we can compare. Like they have it next to the Last Ronin or something, so I could be like, oh, I have that, so I know how tall they're gonna be. My guess is they're probably gonna be 6 inches tall, like right in between that, like the 7-inch that we're used to for everything else, but like a taller than the original Mirage ones. But I guess we'll have to wait and see because those are supposed to be coming out this summer allegedly, but we'll find out.
Heart palpitations already. All right, so sorry, Nate, but on my list, my number 5 is Super 7's Punk. Is it Punk? I don't think it's Punk Rock Don. I just put that on there, but I think it's like Punk or Donnie.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy
No,
them.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
Enjoy them.
No, but like the precursor to something else on the list as well. I do feel like these are like different enough, especially with like the alternate heads and like the accessories with it, that it is so much more and better representation of like one of the coolest. If I don't think I did the Disney top or Disney. I don't think I did the Donatello top 10. Did I?
No, you're only on your second one. You haven't done Leo yet either.
Nah, who cares about them? No, I'm joking. But yeah, that will probably be if I do the top 10 on that. I already have those pretty much in my head. So this is one of the figures, and you'll know what I'm foreshadowing to later. But yeah, that's my number 5. That's all they're getting. They're not getting a lot of money.
Spoilers: his number 1 pick is the reissue of Donatello.
I just want Donatello.
The one that comes with the van.
Yeah. My number 5 is actually my only NECA on the list because there's a lot of stuff already kind of hidden. So I don't want to pick those necessarily, but one of the ones that was announced, I'm excited for all the Universal monsters that they announced, but the one that I'm picking is actually one that technically isn't really a Universal monster, and that's Nosferatu, which I think is really cool that they're making it because it does look like the original movie does. Like the Mezco one that was done this year or last year was not the movie version. It was more of the back when Mezco, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, when they did a line called Silent Screamers. They did this weird look to it that, was just a little different, where this is actually full on, Max Shrek from the movie. And so I think it looks great. And I'm definitely excited for it.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that
this photo. I need to see how it looks. I won't,
You won't buy it?
No, I won't watch this to see. I'll just Google it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
This is a mean joke.
God, I hate you both. Moving on to number 4. Mine is the NECA Last Ronin Leonardo. I am all in for this Last Ronin line. Give me everybody. Give me different versions of everybody. I don't care. And while Raph also looks cool, I feel like Leo looks a little cooler, so he's going to get a spot on the list, and Raph is just going to kick rocks because fuck Raph. But yeah, so I'm excited. I don't think Donatello's coming out this year, unfortunately. I think he's going to be next year. Otherwise, he probably would have been on the list instead.
That's fair. Yeah, I'll just go out here and spoil it now. I don't have those on there, but I'm excited for it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if it's going to hit my top because I don't know if I love the design, but we'll see. I'll be eating my words when they actually are in my hand.
They'll be your number 1 spot next year.
That'll happen. But for my number 4, it is NECA and it is Universal monster, just not the like actual monsters, but the turtles. So it is Invisible Man Donnie, which should be out there coming up pretty soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think probably it's either. I think he's shipping right before Chinese New Year, so hopefully the next month or 2.
Sounds cool. But I mean, again, if you watch my top 5 of Michelangelo, because I did do that one, right?
It was a top
Translucent
10.
Plastic.
Yeah, it was top 10.
Well, what did I say? I don't know. I don't even know what's coming up. Top 5. Well, it was in my top 5. Is what I was saying.
Okay, I was like,
But translucent like figures, that was like one of my favorite things, like as a kid, because I just thought that was so amazing and like impossible that it existed, even though it's just no dye or whatever. But anyway, so that is gonna definitely hit for me on Donnie. So I'm really excited. They took one of the best turtles and made him translucent. Ish.
Yeah, I wish he would have had a translucent head, but
I agree. I totally agree.
My number 4 is actually Indiana Jones from the upcoming adventure series. So
I'm surprised you didn't pick the Temple of Doom one that they said's in the pipeline.
Well, like you mean the Club Obi-Wan?
No, they actually showed it. They showed like pipeline pictures, and he's like, like they do for the Star Wars.
I missed it.
Oh yeah,
So,
they showed him off.
I guess I'll change that. So if you already put the picture in, I guess you got to change it.
I'm not changing it. That's okay. Last time we did this, you decided that you changed the numbers like midway through and didn't tell me. So I'm sitting there editing the video. I'm like, wait a second, that's not his number 5. What the fuck?
Just put an asterisk by it and say Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
This is an actual
Look,
picture.
it doesn't look that
Like
much
the only
different.
thing they showed was a picture of him in the movie. They didn't show a picture of the figure. But just with the way the pipelines work and as much as Hasbro produces, I assume it's coming out this year.
Can't keep saying pipeline. Sounds very marketing.
Pipeline.
Next, you're going to be talking about the different expressions.
Speaking of different
Hasbro loves
expressions
that word.
and coming down the pipeline, Mafex is going to be giving me one of my favorite character. Even if I am falling out of love with DC more and more every day, and that is Nightwing, and even better yet, Hush Nightwing. I can't wait. We don't get a lot of good Nightwing figures. In fact, most of the McFarlane ones are pretty terrible. The last good one was the DC Icons figure, and that was like 8 years ago or something.
A while ago. Yeah. Can somebody hook this poor boy up with some solid dick?
Right? Damn. I just want some dick with a good booty. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
So my number 3, I don't even know, honestly, if it will hit this year, but I'm putting it on the list because I know that if it does, it will instantly be at my number 3. We'll see. In hand.
Instantly. At the number 3 spot.
Instantly. As soon as I touch it.
I love your optimism for that.
Yeah, as soon as I touch it. But it's the Samurai Turtle Assassin Autumn. Which
fake news, it's summer, not autumn.
It is autumn.
Nope, it's not. It's summer. Spring was Leo. Summer is Donnie.
Why the fuck does it say autumn on fucking Gundam?
I don't know. When I Googled it, it was summer. So
we'll put a disclaimer on this. But
correct us in the comments, because when I Googled it, it said summer.
But also, don't let we're not going to have any more fanfare about this. It's going to be a great figure. Nickelodeon, mind your business. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Mind your business. Mind your fucking business, Nickelodeon. All right. But yeah, that's my number 3.
All right. My number 3 is the HasLab Deathsaurus from Transformers. Having had my hands on Victory Saber, Star Saber. No.
Oh.
I stopped. I was on mute, and then I stopped. I was.
Okay.
To be fair, I didn't hear it, so I cannot confirm.
I just heard crinkle crinkle while you were saying the Deathosaurus, and I'm like, what you opening there, bud?
I was winding down my crinkling.
Oh.
So I was. But yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So suck it.
Alrighty then. I can't segue from that. Moving on to number 2. Another Mafex figure. This one is from the Return of Superman, and that is Steel. As a kid, like my introduction to Superman outside of the animated series was Return of Superman. Like those were the comics that like just happened to be coming out when I was, reading. Mm-hmm. And so like all of those different Supermen were my first like, holy shit, like why is there just a league of different Supermen? So like there was the dude in armor, there was the cyborg one, there was, the kid, like so many different ones. So I want all of them, and I cannot wait. Especially because it's a big ass hammer.
I know what you mean, but initially my first thought was Steel, and I had to look it up real quick. When Shaq played, it was in a movie called Steel, and I thought, wait, what the fuck? And then it was Man of Steel. than him being like Superman or whatever. So yeah, I was confused for the first like 5 seconds.
Well, it's
Not gonna
based
lie.
on the same character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So you weren't
Shaq
far off.
Ruby is
so you
the
can get a
Superman
3D printed
character.
Shaq.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Head
I was about to
put
say
that-
like I totally get a Shaq head and put it on it.
Yeah.
Maybe if they do that basketball line that costs way too much money.
Oh.
Anyways,
That shit's selling out.
I imagine so. NFTs, buddy.
I haven't seen anybody with one yet.
Me
I mean,
either. But Hasbro
that I
has a
kn-
bunch
that
of
I
them listed
know.
as sold out. So
Oh,
Yeah.
so they probably only had 2. Again, so number 2 for me, Year of the Nendoroid. Even though there's only 2 on my
There's
top
only 2 on
10.
your list.
I don't know if they're all going to be coming out or not. So, anyways, yeah. So my number 2, I don't even know why I'm looking at this. This is an easy one. This is one that I first started my first Nendoroid was like some years ago, and then I instantly thought, oh my god, I have to get this character. And then I looked it up on eBay, and it's like $400. I said, never getting this character. And then they were gracious enough to do a re-release, and it should be coming out soon. And that is Korra, and that's why I said the Legend of Avatar, because I was mixing
so
the
this one's
Legend of
the
Korra
last Korra.
and this is the last Korra, which is probably the last one that they'll do a re-release for. So coincidentally, so I'm really excited to get it for sorta at retail. Not how much it was when it initially came out, but I'm paying inflation and re-release tax, I guess. So we'll see. But yes, I'm really excited to have it. So
Awesome.
That is awesome. My number 2 is a little bit of a cheat. If I have to say it's an action figure, then it's the Book of Boba Fett Bib Fortuna. But really what it is it's the giant playset that it comes with, which is the Jabba's Palace playset. When it was announced in February of 2021, so we're coming up. We knew it was going to be a long time, but we're coming up on a year now. $220 for it seemed ridiculous. And now I'm like, that doesn't seem so bad. Yeah.
So here's the thing. It was a pain in the ass to find a picture of that because I'm pretty sure they listed it online as Boba's throne.
They do.
Yeah. So I'm looking for Jabba's Palace, and it's bringing up everything but that. And I'm like, where the fuck is this? And then finally HasLab just had one pop up. I'm like, oh, it's Boba's throne room. That's right.
Boba
yeah.
Yes. He probably has some Boba.
All right.
I mean,
so
Boba will sit in the chair,
Mhm.
but he's not sitting on the throne. Or he'll sit on the chair, but not on the dais. No, that's not happening. That's Jabba's.
It took me a minute. It was kind of like you get to
not in my house.
You get a seat on the council, but you will not get the rank of master kind of thing.
Yep, correct.
So this is it. This is the big number 1 for me. I'm so excited to flesh out my X-Men team with one of probably the best characters on the team, and that is the Mafex Storm. This figure looks so cool with the lightning effects she comes with, the fact that her like cape like under her arms is all cloth. The head sculpts look great. I'm excited for her. I'm hoping this leads into more of the female characters of the X-Men team with like Rogue, maybe Phoenix, hell, even like Kitty Pryde.
Jubilee?
I'm not a big Jubilee fan. Like, I don't know why, but in the animated series, she was annoying as fuck, and I hated her. So like, I'm just like
sparkles, man. Come on.
I will say in the weird like Japanese version of the intro for the show in the 90s, they made her power way cooler. Like she's like sitting there doing like Kamehameha blasts and shit. Not sparkle fingers. It's real weird.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't get 2 number 1s.
Number 1. Well, I don't know. It's your show. Anyways, so my number 1 is, I can't believe I'm saying it, Super 7 Dunkin' Donnie.
Ducky Donnie?
Ducky Donnie. Dunkin', not Dunkin' Donuts, but Dunkin'
Oh my
Donnie.
god, that'd be way cooler to have a crossover with that.
No, but in all seriousness, again, this would probably be maybe like top 2 or 3 for me as far as Donatello Playmate figures. And I always kind of wanted the white jersey version. I have the red jersey version. So like this is extremely cool. I can't believe that they're doing this, although I can because they're remaking every fucking Playmate figure. But this one again isn't too much different from the original, but it is enough that it like is gonna qualify. I'm gonna be so fucking ecstatic to get this one here, and then I'm just gonna have some judgment eyes from Nate on that weekly purchase episode. But
oh yeah.
I'm over the moon excited for it. What can you want more? It's Donatello playing basketball. Like, come on. It's just fucking amazing.
Well, I don't have a lot of room to talk because my number one is buried full on in nostalgia. If you saw my top 10 most wanted G.I. Joe classified figures, link is right here. One of my picks was Big Ben, and it was pipelined shortly thereafter. So I believe he should be coming out this year. I could say he's one of my favorite characters, but like in any media, he was never very fleshed out that much. But I just loved the figure, and I created all kinds of cool adventures for him. So I'm excited to get him in classified. So suck on that.
I still think it's hilarious that you basically predicted it, and a week later it showed up.
Right.
Manifestation.
All right, awesome. So there are predictions for our top 10 figures of 2023. Make sure at the end of the year when you watch our video to come back and check to cross-reference and see how close we were. Guarantee, not even remotely. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out and also gets you toy content in your feed, like our weekly reviews, Let's Poses, the live stream here on Wednesdays, and the podcast on Fridays. Check us out, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Modern Toy Fair. You can check Jarmar out over on metal.tv/Jarmar Games. Nate, what do you got for us? All right. Make sure also to click on the videos below. We've got last week's episode of the podcast. Plus, I'll also have the link for our top 10 figures of 2022 in case you missed it. But that's going to be it for this week. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.